Welcome to the Power Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Maggie Bio. Join me as we uncover how setbacks, challenges, and failures can become those pivotal moments that lead to purpose-driven, fulfilled lives. Each week, my guests and I will be sharing stories, insights, and tools to help you reclaim your power and show you how life's biggest challenges are happening for us, not to break us, but to redirect us toward the life we deeply desire. Whether you're here for inspiration, mindset shifts, or just to feel more aligned in your journey, you are in the right place. So whether you're catching a break, powering through, or squeezing in some me time, let's dive into the lessons hidden in life's ups and downs. We're here to embrace every unexpected twist, moving toward a life of passion, purpose, and authenticity. These stories, they are proof that you too can make those shifts happen. Let's get started. Hello and welcome back to the Power Shift Podcast. I am your host, Maggie Bio, and in today's solo episode, we are going to talk all about alignment. What does alignment mean? How can we feel it, maybe possibly see it, and actually understand if we're in alignment with our higher selves? If we're in alignment with what is truly meant for us. And so we're going to kind of take it where it'll be easy to reference. Now, I am no auto mechanic. I have never really worked on cars, but we're going to take it and we're going to reference it as, how does it feel when we're in our car and our alignment is just slightly off or our alignment is really off? What does it feel like in the car when you take your hands off of the wheel? You literally will adjust just a little bit to the right, or you might go to the left. Whatever it might feel like for you, you just feel a bit out of control. And there's no way to really quietly understand why that's happening, except for that you know that in your car, there's an alignment. It knows how to drive completely straight. It knows where to go on your path if you're holding the wheel, if you're adjusting to what is happening. So you need to do that with your own life. You need to feel it out and understand, is it veering me off of the path that I'm really meant to take? Or is it really steering me into the direction, the experience, the opportunities that are meant for me? So you get to decide, what does it feel like to you in your body? How does it feel when you're moving about your day? Because I'm here to tell you that you will feel the exact same way in your own body when you are not aligned with your highest self, when you're not in alignment with what is truly meant for you. That's what we talk about all the time with the redirects, the power shifts. Those are the alignment shifts, right? That's when our alignment is out. When it takes the time to say, do I feel okay? Am I feeling the feels that I want to feel? Am I having the emotions that I want to have? Am I aligned with the job that I know I am meant to have? Am I aligned with the opportunities, the people, the experiences that I want to have? And I keep saying I want to have, but it has to come from what it is that you want to have. This all boils down to the person that you stare back at in this mirror every single day. You have to ask these questions every day. It is an everyday experience. It is an everyday thing that you have to do. It's like a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable to decide each morning, am I in alignment with where I want to go? Or am I making choices, decisions, and experiences that are not aligned with where I want to go? It's really that simple. So let's talk about this. So we talked about when your hands are off of the wheel in your car and the alignment is off, it directs you which way it's out of alignment. The car is just going to veer off wherever the path is going to take it. So in your own life, you have to think about it. When you take your hands off of the control, when you are sitting here thinking, what am I doing? How am I doing it? All the things, where does it feel? Does it feel as if it's pulling you away? Or does it feel as if you are on that forward path? Because if it's on the forward path, I want you to think about the experiences that you're having. I want you to think about the feedback that those experiences are giving you. I want you to think about the people that are coming into your life. I want you to notice the synchronicities. I want you to notice all of the beauty that's happening. Because when you are on your aligned path and you are aware of what is going on, you are in alignment. You are in alignment with what is supposed to be coming in to your forefront of your life. And you then get to decide, is this going to serve me or is this going to pull me out of alignment? And it's going to become a lot easier when you start to have the awareness of, I don't feel good. Or, man, this experience is really not making me feel lit up inside. This relationship is really boggling and holding me back and holding me hostage. This experience, this life thing that's going on is not feeling good. It's just like that little pull. It's that little nudge. It's those things that you have to start listening to and feeling into so that you can truly change your life. You can have a power shift moment where you say, my alignment is off. And I'm here to tell you that I have had an alignment switch in my life over and over and over again. Sometimes I go in for a full oil change, a tire rotation. I go in for an attitude adjustment. I go in for everything that is no longer serving me. I have to say to myself, it's time to release it. It's time to release, and it's time to start listening in and feeling the feeling of feeling more aligned, more authentic, more genuine, more purposeful, more fulfilled. And it really, truly is just sitting with yourself and understanding and asking the hard questions. How do I feel? If the answer is not, I feel so good, I feel lit up, I feel magic, I feel passion, then that's the feedback you need to do an alignment shift, a power shift, an oil change, a tire rotation, whatever that may be. And so I want you to think about that when you sit with yourself and you ask yourself the hard questions. You're going to get the feedback. You're going to get the intuition feedback. You're going to get that feeling of, this is not happening any longer. I don't want to wake up unfulfilled. I don't want to wake up miserable. I don't want to wake up chasing someone else's dream or working for someone else's dream. I want to wake up with purpose and passion and fulfillment. And I want to live the life that I know I deserve. And so let's talk about how you can understand when you are in alignment. When you're in alignment with your higher self, there's 3 things that you're going to notice. You're going to be at peace no matter what. And that doesn't mean that every single day it's just going to be, no, nothing's going to happen. Because remember, life is always going to life. But you're going to feel at peace. And you're going to see the things that are falling into place. You're going to start having opportunities that are just almost like magically appearing for you. You're going to start taking steps, and you're going to start doing action items that feel good. And it's going to align, and it's going to feel not like chaos. It's going to feel organized and purposeful and exciting. So that's when you're going to know that you're in alignment with your higher self, is that you are going to feel at peace no matter what is happening around you. Because you have made the alignment, you have made the power shift, you have said to yourself, What no longer is serving me in my path forward has got to go. You have to just kind of push it to the side and say, you know what? This isn't how I want to feel. This isn't what I want to experience. These are the things that no longer align with the things that I want to do. It could be people, places, experiences, opportunities. So I actually have an experience that it's been about, somebody laughed at me when I said, I think it's been about 170 days, not that I'm counting, that I chose to stop drinking alcohol. And that was a thing where I didn't have a problem, but it was something that didn't align with me feeling my best self. It was a vicious cycle of kind of feeling like that chaotic moment where I would drink, I would kind of like it, I'd kind of enjoy it. Then I would feel like crap the next day. I'd eat, I'd beat myself up over that. And so it was just this chaotic thing. And it's absolutely insane. When I made that decision, I have literally felt more at peace with myself and why I chose to do that. And it doesn't have to be an explanation to anybody. You don't have to have a problem. You don't have to be broken. You just have to decide, is that in alignment with me? Am I feeling as if I'm going straight, or do I feel as if I'm kind of veering off to the left or to the right? Those are those little itty bitty things that you get to decide. And guess what? You don't have to explain it to anybody. It's a choice that you are making to align with your higher self, to align with your best version, right? And so then that leads to the second thing. And we've kind of already touched on it. And it's about opportunities, people, experiences. They're going to flow into your life effortlessly. And when I say that, I am serious. I am serious as can be. And I want this to really sit with you for a second, sit with us. Let's just sit here and understand. I want you to think about a time in your life when you have felt out of alignment. And it almost kind of feels as if like things are just happening and you're like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? This is unfair. I don't like this. And we kind of get into the victim mentality of it's like, oh my gosh, why does this keep happening? And it's because you are out of alignment. So when you take the second to have the power shift and you take the second to say to yourself, I am no longer going to have these experiences in my life. I want to align with the things that actually light me up, the things that make me feel purposeful, the things that make me feel fulfilled. The opportunities are literally going to fall into your lap. Fall into your lap. And that's exactly what happened to me when I chose to leave hair after 19 years of a career that was unfulfilling to me. It was unfulfilling. I loved my clients. I loved a lot of it, but the internal feeling, knowing that I wanted something different, wanted something more. And it was absolutely insane. The moment that I decided to tell myself, I want different, I feel as if I have this passion and this purpose and this drive to be a mentor, a speaker, and a podcaster. Those have been dreams of mine ever since I said to myself, I am done doing hair. And it's absolutely insane what has fallen into place. Now, I'm not here to tell you that it'll fall in place at just the right time. It's not going to fall in place and just be magical and all the things are just going to feel like fairy tale land. But you are going to be presented with opportunities effortlessly. And it's up to you to open up and be willing to say, is this in alignment with my new self, my higher self, my new direction, or is it not? And the universe is going to challenge you. It's going to drop things at you like hotcakes. And you have to be the one to decide, is this the new thing that's going to light me up? Is this the new experience that's going to take me to the places that I want to go? Or are you going to continue to push those aside and think, maybe that's just a magical miracle weirdness thing happening? It's not. It is the universe, God, divine, whatever you believe, putting the experiences in front of you effortlessly to say, you are on the right path. You are taking the direction that you need to take. So here it is. Do you want it? And sit with yourself and think about opportunities that have fallen into your lap and you're like, how did that happen? Where'd that come from? Oh my gosh, and you start to think and you're questioning and you're kind of like, this is so weird and why? I mean, it happens to me all the time now. I literally will like walk into a place and I'm like, boom, there's somebody that I needed to meet. Boom, there's an opportunity, there's an experience. There's somebody saying, hey, do you want to come do this? Hey, I want to be a guest on your podcast. I want you to speak at my event. I mean, it's just crazy. So start thinking about that in your own life and your own experiences. When you feel as if you are aligned and you have that ooey gooey feeling inside of you, the opportunities will literally stack right in front of you. And it's up to you to say, these are the things that are helping me step into the next version of myself. It's already right here. It's all inside of you. It really is. It takes the alignment to understand what it will feel like, what it will feel like. You don't see it, you feel it. It's all about the feeling. And when you feel the feeling, you know what I'm talking about. So if you know, you know. And if you don't know, it's just that warm, the intense kind of like, almost kind of like when you're getting on a roller coaster ride and you have that just like this intense feeling of like passion, this intense feeling of like excitement, maybe a little bit of fear, you're feeling as if you're growing inside and saying, gosh, I am stepping into this next person. Okay, so that leads us to number 3, and that is you make your decisions based off of your intuition and not fear. Because fear is absolutely never, ever, ever, ever going to disappear. It's not going to disappear. I am fearful almost every day, but I just told somebody this who came to the event that I was helping host. I was helping put together. I did make a little stage appearance, which was really awesome. But she pulled up, she was one of the pop-ups, and she said, I'm really nervous. This is my first one. And I looked at her and I said, Samara, if you aren't nervous, it isn't worth anything. If you don't have a little bit of fear, it probably isn't worth it. Probably isn't worth it. I mean, do you have fear when, let's reference the roller coaster ride again. Do you have fear when you're like going on the teacups? No, you're kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I really want to do this, And so is it really worth it to go on the teacups and get sick? And so think about it that way. Like when you're getting on a roller coaster and it's this thrilling, exciting ride and it's going to take you on an experience, you're going to have fear. You get in the seat and you're like, oh my gosh, is my seatbelt, are you sure? Is it tight enough? You're looking down, your feet are dangling, you got this fear inside of you. So I'm here to tell you fear is never going to disappear. But what you have to do is you have to embrace the fear and do it anyways. And lead from this place. Lead from the heart, lead from the gut, lead from the head. Most oftentimes I like to say maybe not the head, because sometimes the head's the overthinking part. But the heart, that center of your body that is saying, go get it. The part of your heart that is saying, oh my God, this would be the most magical experience. This would be the most amazing thing I could possibly have happen to me. Those are the intuition feelings that you have to lean into, and you have to grab the steering wheel and you take control. You take control of your life and you get to say, I am not out of alignment anymore, and I am in control of where I'm going and what I am doing. And guess what? No one can tell you otherwise. There will be people who will say, I think that's kind of scary. I think that's kind of out, like crazy. I think that's very dangerous. Oh my gosh, you're going to go after your dreams. You're going to have all these questions come up. But when you lead from a place of intention, integrity, and your morals and your values, there's no question. Because you're the person who gets to say, I am making this power shift moment in my life happen, whether you like it or not. period. End of story. And that's what's so hard for people is they think that that's hurting somebody else. It's hurting the person that you're saying that to. But in all reality, you're actually killing your own dreams. You're killing yourself slower inside because you're allowing what everybody else might feel about your dream, about your purpose, about your passion. So I want you to think about it that way. It has to come from your intuition. Your higher self is the person who is saying she's on the other side of fear. She's on the other side of unknown. And she is saying, come get it. Putting her hand out saying, I'm here for you. We will figure it out. I will support you. I am opening the doors for you. I am putting the opportunities in front of you. They are coming effortlessly, remember? And you're also just at peace. You're at peace. So you're coming from a place of peace that then the opportunities are like hell yes moments. And then the intuition is saying, yes, yes, yes. Your higher self is saying, I am here. I am here to support you. I want you to walk with me. She knows the path. She knows the direction. She knows where she is supposed to be going. Now, there will be bumps. There will be redirects. There will be chaos. But that's where the beauty is. That's where the beauty is. So I really want you to think about that. If you are out of alignment, you are going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You might feel like you wake up with a headache. You might have back pain. You might have shoulder pain. You might just feel like, why am I even living? You might feel unworthy. You might feel belittled. Those are all things that are being presented to you to say, you are out of alignment. You are out of alignment and it is time to make the power shift. And if you don't listen to it, they will keep happening. They will keep happening. Until you say to yourself, man, that person makes me feel this way. That experience makes me feel this way. That job makes me feel that way. That relationship makes me feel that way. And then guess what? Lead from your intuition. Lead from a place of peace. Lead from a place of understanding that the new opportunities have already been presented to you. You just haven't been aware enough and willing enough to realign, to release what is no longer serving you, and to experience the most magical part of your life. So I'm going to leave that there because that was aware right there in front of you, blaring about being in alignment. Okay? So remind yourself, you are worthy, you are deserving, and you are more than enough to live a life full of passion, purpose, and fulfillment, fully aligned, authentic, and unapologetic. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. I would love to hear from you. Please DM me, message me on Instagram. If you have my phone number, I would love to know if you took anything out of this amazing episode, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to The Power Shift. I hope today's episode inspired you to see setbacks as stepping stones and embrace the beauty in the chaos. Real growth happens when we align with our true selves and live unapologetically. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, share, and leave a review. It helps more incredible people like you discover the show. Until next time, keep making those power shifts and step boldly into the life that's authentically yours.